One day we're on Twitter and come across this picture. A new ocean is forming in Africa. A 35-mile crack opened up in Ethiopia in 2005. Wait, what? The African continent is breaking apart? No way, this can't be real. Or is it?
That question stayed with me. Hello, my name is Thomas and I traveled to Ethiopia into the Afar region to witness with my own eyes the breakup of a continent. Join me on this extreme journey, starting in Semera, the region's capital, crossing the vast Afar lowlands, passing Afdera and heading deep into the Danakil depression. Along the way, we learn about the Afar people, visit the stunning Kamar Lake, face the extreme heat of Dallol, learn about the living in this extreme and explore the crater of the mighty Erta Ale, to see with our own eyes the Africa's geological split. Come with me to the hottest place on earth, into the Danakil depression, and experience this adventure together. I landed in Semera, the capital of the Afar region, a young planned city built in the 1990s in the middle of the desert. Nothing to see here. Some government offices, new roads, a few shops and even a football stadium. Officially only a few thousand people live here, though estimates go much higher. After I left the airport, I met the driver Abis and guide Leo. Water and supplies got loaded, and after a small breakfast, we headed to the desert.
Coffee. Like you have the best coffee in the world.
The best coffee in the world.
We're heading to the salt town of Afdera, a 3.5 hours drive through the desert and ever-changing terrain. It's really hot, around 40 degrees Celsius, and a strong dry wind is blowing. On the way, I'm chatting with the driver Abis about the Afar people. He tells me, right now the situation is improving, but after the conflict with Eritrea, the border region is still dangerous for travelers and tourists.
Let's give them some water. Can you give some water or no? Water? No?
Unfortunately, we passed multiple accidents along the way. Out here, far from any hospital and without reliable access to water, a crash can be fatal. Some drivers sit beside their damaged trucks to guard them, while others are stripped by locals for parts and supplies. Abis was cautious not to put us at risk, which is why he didn't stop or hand out water. In the middle of the desert, you never know who you're dealing with. We also passed several security checkpoints on our way, which shows the still tense situation. The people here are suffering from droughts, famines and still ongoing conflicts. Especially water is scarce here. We see several NGOs transporting food and supplies on our way. They bring basic amenities to one of the poorest regions in Ethiopia. On our way, we passed several villages like here. Only about 1.5 million people live in the Afar region, and their faith blends Islam with traditional beliefs, which is why mosques appear throughout the landscape. What is super interesting is that most Afar still live a traditional nomadic lifestyle. They tend to their cattle and move from place to place in search for water and fresh pasture. Their homes are built from local stones, with roofs of branches and straw, simple, practical and perfectly adapted to the life in the desert. You can actually see them all around here. Abis didn't offer the water this time entirely willingly, but in the desert, helping each other is a matter of basic humanity. And after a while, we could finally see the salt fields of Afdera Town and reached our first checkpoint to have a small break. You can buy actually everything. You can see like paint even, chocolate. You can also, yeah, and also like cigarettes. Cigarettes, yeah. It's like a like a Walmart, right? Or in Germany it's Lidl. Lidl, yeah. It's like they also have everything. You can buy all the stuff you need for your day-to-day life. Yes. Really nice. Can you show me something else? Like, can you show me around a bit? Okay. Yeah? What else? They're my tour guides. Yes. We took a short break in Afdera, and while I was walking around, I met these nice kids, especially Hamed, who showed me around, and he is surprisingly mature for his age of 11 years. I had a lot of fun walking around, exploring the city and talking to the kids. Supermarket. I have seen supermarket. We can check another one, but just let's go around. Maybe you can show me like your home. You're living here, right? My home? Yeah. No, not your home. Home. I mean like your village. Like. Okay. Where do you live?
Home. That's.
How far? How far? How long to walk? How long to walk? Like.
Long.
How long? Like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? 30 minutes? An hour?
3 hours.
3 hours? Wow. And are you going, is your school here? School here?
Yes, far away.
Also far away?
That mountain, back.
Okay, behind the mountain.
Okay.
Okay.
Come.
No, this is that. No, this is black and this.
I think your friends are coming.
For eating from this.
Ah, okay. Good restaurant. Good restaurant. I see. Oh yeah, they have goat, leg.
Yeah, goat.
All the meat. I
meat.
see. Yeah.
Meat is goat meat.
How many people live here? For how, like 1,000, 5,000, 10,000? Like
I know.
Maybe 500 to 1,000. Yeah.
That is foreign. Tour. That. Car.
Ah, this tour. Okay, maybe it's my tour.
Come.
Maybe it's my tour. Why is that? Like, did it fall over or
This
is it?
Rainy season.
Ah, okay, rainy season and it got destroyed by the heavy rain.
Yeah. This is home. This home.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay, now I see. Oh wow.
This is tour.
This is tour. Maybe it's my tour.
Yes, your tour.
Camera? Yeah, camera. Mr. Donkey? What's your name? Name? What? Sorry? Hamed. Mohammed. Nice to meet you, Mohammed. I'm Thomas.
Thomas.
Yes. Yes. It's so hot here. It has like 40 degrees, right?
Very hot.
It's really hot.
39 degrees.
39. Yeah, 39, 40. But then it was time to say goodbye, to head further into the heart of the Danakil Depression. After our short stop in Afdera, we continue driving through this empty stretch of desert, and I'm learning more about the Afar people and their strong will to survive. Along the road, we see families tending to their animals in the heat, collecting water and moving slowly across the open land. As I mentioned earlier, most Afar still live a nomadic or semi-nomadic life, strongly rooted in their centuries-old traditions and established way of living. At the same time, they have developed a remarkable resilience, shaped by generations of surviving in these harsh conditions. Their days revolve around their herds, cattle, goats, and especially camels. Camels are essential here. They cope with the heat, travel long distances, and survive on a very little water. They're used for transport, especially for moving salt, and they're still seen as a form of wealth and status, even though trucks are more common now. But the Afar rely on more than their animals. Salt is a major income source. Large parts of the Danakil depression are covered in thick salt left behind by ancient flooding through the Red Sea. And as we saw in Afdera, many Afar families earn their living mining it. Life here comes with constant pressure. Water is extremely scarce. Rainfall is often below 100 millimeters a year, and temperatures frequently rise above 40 degrees Celsius. The Danakil lowlands are among the hottest and driest places on Earth. Dallol, where we're heading tomorrow, holds the record for the highest year-round average temperature at around 34.6 degrees Celsius. Rain is rare, nights barely cool down, and the combination of low elevation, the tropical position, and proximity to the Red Sea makes the heat relentless. Climate change is even intensifying these challenges. As I showed you in Afdera, a storm hit in July 2025 and displacing 26,000 people over the whole Afar region. Especially Danakil depression got hit really hard. And it's not only storms, it's also droughts that last longer, that get more intense, and this makes families struggle even more to survive and keep their way of living. Security in the region remains fragile. Tensions along the Afar-Eritrean border continue, and past incidents, including the killing of 5 tourists in 2012, show that incidents of violence are still at risk here. At the same time, many Afar women face health challenges tied to tradition. Female genital mutilation is still practiced in some communities, often at a young age, and without medical care. It's rooted in ideas of purity, but it can cause lifelong pain and serious complications. Local health workers and NGOs are actually working on improving that situation, but changes and progress is still really slow. What makes the whole situation even worse and more complicated is that only every 4th of the Danakil depression households has access to safe drinking water. Most households fall into the lowest wealth category. Literacy rates are really low, especially women, where only every 5th female can read. Men, it's every 2nd. Infant mortality is really high, and the health services are limited in that region. Especially roads like those, built by the Chinese, help in developing that area. But with the recent developments and rising tensions between Eritrea and Ethiopia, it's unlikely that this region will see significant development or change anytime soon. The terrain stayed harsh and empty, and the roads slowly turned rougher with every kilometer. What always amazes me about the Danakil depression is how quickly the landscape changes, and how vast and endless it feels. After more than 3 hours on the road, we finally reached our destination for the night, the small settlement of Hamed Ela.
So, how it looks like, this will be our campsite for tonight. Just arrived, a little bit later than planned. But yeah,
as you can hear, after a full day of driving in the heat, I was exhausted and relieved when we finally reached our camp. As the evening settles in, People from the village gather and make their way to the salt fields to begin their night's work. Once the sun is gone, the Danakil depression turns surprisingly windy. Cooler air flows down from the surrounding mountains, sweeping over the plain and finally bringing the temperature down. It's still around 30 degrees, but with the strong wind, it actually feels pleasant. As night falls, we have dinner, and I get ready to sleep under the open sky. After the exhausting day, I go to bed early to be prepared for tomorrow. We woke up super early, at around 4:30 in the morning, to escape the heat later in the day. Our first destination is Lake Karum, a magnificent salt lake.
It's stable. Now we're going to where the lake is over there, as you see.
Yeah, I see. I can see it already.
So underground, if you go down here, there is a lake.
That's why it's also so moist.
Yeah,
That's you can see. You can even like feel the salt, like everything gets sticky.
Yeah. This is dried because of the wind. It comes from here to there. So it dries the salt and becomes very strong and hard. But when you get close to the lake, you will see
It gets softer.
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful? It's already getting warm. The sun is not even up yet, but you can feel its strength. Now we're going to the next stop, or to the Sulfur flat. The others are already leaving. Brushing your teeth, important. Here we go.
And after a 30-minute drive through the salt flat, we arrived at our main destination, Dallol.
I'm still amazed, like every time you go it changes completely, it looks completely different. Now we are like, drove through this also salt flat, but see it's like brown. Brown salt. So let's check it out. So now I'm climbing together with the group the Danakil depression, climbing, hiking. It's like the lowest landmass on Earth, and also here the surrounding is changing all the time. Now you see like these rock formations. They are carved from the wind, but also from erosion, from the salt and from the water, and gives like these really crazy structures. And it's also completely empty. We drove through this really big plain, flat plain, and now we arrived here and reaching the sulfur area. You can also hear it when it cracks, it sounds like glass. And they also told us to bring a lot of water with you, because the air is so dry and also salty, and with the wind and now the sun is coming up, it gets hot really fast. I think it's like 35, 30, 38 degrees, something like that, Celsius, and you can really feel the sun burning down on you. It's not like going up that steep, but because it's so hot, it makes you like, it's exhausting, but it's also a short walk, I think. Okay.
Looks like actual. Actually, I thought these structures form like over a really long period of time. Like, see that? Like all these crystals. See that? They're like, yeah, these minerals and crystals, they form over like months. One of the guides just showed me a video, and like 5 months ago it looked completely different here. So also these basins, they form really quick. Here you can see a dried out one, and over there the filled one with the sulfur acid, and they also explained you shouldn't step on it. Over here you can see like a little bit of bubbling. This is where the acid comes out. And it's different kind of minerals. It's potassium, sulfur and magnesium, and that's why you have these different colors. They mix with each other, and also if it's pure you have like this yellow, this red, this white.
Dallol is part of a tectonic rift, basically a growing crack in the Earth's crust. Heat and volcanic gases rise from magma chambers around 1,000 meters below the surface. Groundwater seeps through the cracks and meets that heat, turning super hot and extremely acidic. It dissolves minerals like salt, sulfur and iron from the surrounding rock. This mineral-rich steam then forces its way back up to the surface. In the open desert, where rain is rare and temperatures stay extreme, it rapidly evaporates, leaving behind the minerals it carried. Because this happens continuously, new crust, terraces and cones form, which you can find everywhere.
You can see how all the basins have formed here, and the water evaporated, dried out, and now it looks like this. You can see the different colors really well. Here the red, purple. Then you have the white here, and over there you have the yellow. And it's really bubbling over there.
What I found actually really interesting is in 2019 scientists from the European Space Agency studied Dallol and made a surprising discovery. Tiny microbes can survive inside the small acidic chimneys, but the bright boiling ponds you can see around, they are completely lifeless. The mix of heat, acid, salt and magnesium is simply too extreme, with pH levels dropping below 0. It amazes me that even in these harsh conditions, life finds a way, but it also shows how unique and fascinating Dallol can be.
And it sounds like you're cooking noodles or something like that. Some pasta.
Right. Like Konjo paste.
Mmm. This is really fine sand. Probably also mixed with some minerals, and you can hear how it sounds like snow. It feels also like snow. It's really soft. It's so hot out here. It's crazy. Good to be back. I'm so done. We were out there for 1.5 hours, like maybe 2 hours, and it was just like being grilled the whole time, but it was really, really nice, really interesting, amazing place. And now look at this. It looks unreal. It's all sulfur. So you see the layers of the stone from erosion. So let's try it. Ethiopian wapu. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, I see. But it's crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I'll take your video.
Yeah. Oh, it's even hard to balance. Like, okay.
On the edges it's sharp.
Yeah, I felt it. That's very nice, actually. Wow.
Yeah, you can read a book on the lake.
No, first time. It feels like you're in. There's no gravity.
Yeah.
You're like really floating. It's nice. And it's also good for the skin, right?
Yeah. Don't go to the edge.
So, how deep does it go underneath? Like underneath? I see like it's also here? Yeah? Okay. That's really nice. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
There we go. One group is leaving and we are going ahead. It feels so good. After like sweating so much, having a quick shower, even if it's salty, it's really nice. It's amazing. And also it must be also under here. I don't know how far it goes, but you could see that it goes even wider. That's actually our camp. You see? And this is the village. Most of the people here are just like, I think, here for opportunities, I would say. But yeah, this is the bed.
It was actually really comfy. We slept right outside, and at night it gets like 30 degrees and with some wind, and that makes it really. I wouldn't say like it's an AC unit, but it's nice. You can sleep, and it felt also really safe here with all the security, like with the guides and everything. So yeah, it was really nice. And over there we have a small hut. That also provides like a kitchen and a seating area where you can have like food. Now we're gonna have lunch, and then we're gonna proceed to the volcano. No doctor. But I have something. So also good to know, like if you come here, maybe take some water with you if it's possible, because a lot of people asking for it, and the guides don't have for the people, so they're just bringing for the tourists, and it would help a lot of people, I think. At least it's or in the end it's the driest place on earth, so it's never a bad idea to bring some water. And also yeah, some basic medicines, because people will just come to you, will ask for some help, for some
Editing Thomas here, and I tried to clarify what tired and sweating Thomas couldn't bring to the point. Actually, what I meant with that is that in the Afar region, trust isn't automatic, and history explains why. As I mentioned earlier, tourists have been killed here, and the Afar are bound to the traditions. But when you show respect and engage instead of seeing locals as a threat, the dynamic shifts. Earlier, a man asked me, for example, for a plaster, another for eye drops, small things, but out here they matter. As I mentioned before, the region struggles with low development, and coming here as a tourist carries responsibility. These simple interactions show that you're not a threat, and they help create a safer, more open environment, not just for you, but for everyone who comes after.
So, yeah, just keep that in mind if you also want to help. How many people live here? Like, what would you think? Like a whole family lives in probably one of these huts?
Yeah.
And it's maybe like
2,000 or 1,000 something. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a very small village.
After lunch, which was delicious considering we are in the middle of a desert, actually the cooks, they must be magicians, we walked over to the nearby village Hamed Ela for Samburu, the local coffee. And in the small coffee shop I met Asma from Djibouti. It was an interesting conversation because he gave me some really good insights how life is out here and why he chose to live in such a remote, almost uninhabitable place. He didn't want to show his face, that's why he's not in front of the camera.
Why did you come like to Ethiopia?
I come from Ethiopia, I'm geology.
Like to
Yeah, I'm from the minerals. The gold.
So you worked in a mine?
Yeah, I go to night for the tech material, rolling.
Where are these mines? Like
The mine is stable, living there. More people are working for the salt mine. Like salt, you know. Like
salt.
Yes, salt.
Yeah.
Salt mine. The salt mines have two types. The traditional one and the modern salt. The both of them. 15% is working for
here.
Yeah.
But always at night you go there.
Yeah, the night. Yeah.
At night. Yeah.
The days
so much
have,
cooler.
the days have difficult for the human being because of the hot, the high level for the temperature. We need the cold water. Nights have.
Yeah. Yesterday I slept here. Yesterday it's okay.
Then it's like of the torch.
Yeah.
The night super is working.
So how long? Like you driving there or you walking?
This is our ventilation.
I was searching for any jobs, but only I wanted that. There is a mountain, some area, and the sunshine. I take it, go to university. University. If I get one stone, in Merima stone, I'm going to the university. This one is important or not important. I get some more times. 1 gram of the gold, you know, like gold stock. I get it from there. Then I'm.
Oh wow! So you go to the mountains?
Yeah, mountain. But chance from the chance. Some days you don't know that. Some days you get it.
So you can't just go there, or are you actually having, like, how does it work? Like, is it just there, or are there mines and you work for the mine?
Yeah, for the mine. I will get to the camera. You know, gold camera.
Because it's cold,
Okay, so they're not owned by anyone. Yeah, it's free.
Yeah, no.
So you can just go there and like beep 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 and then.
Yeah, beep. I get this stuff. We take it some minerals. Go in. Someone, this is gold. Okay, gold is I will buy. Another stones have inputted. Go in the university. This stones are important, not important. In a nice kit. This one good. And then put it.
I see. Okay, so that's how it works.
Yes.
Really cold. This weather. Or like when it's night, because you're higher, it gets colder. That's what you mean?
This is how I sweat in
This is below. You go on the mountains, up to mountains,
This is like
climb up.
Yeah.
Some insects like
Mosquitoes.
Yes,
Yeah.
insect animal is flying for me. It's different.
You put water like this?
So you came here for the minerals.
Yeah, when I come back to the university or in the Dawit, when I go to another job, we try.
And is it possible? Like how do you sell it? Like you go to the city and sell it there. Like if you get gold, if you find gold, right?
Yeah.
Like a rock. What are you doing with it? Like do you sell it here, or you go to the city and?
City. 1 hour or 2 hours. Yes, really gold. Gold stone, but I will buy 1
Okay,
gram.
they are buying
1 gram for the $1.
Okay.
1 gram.
How much
1
do you?
gram is half, I think.
How much do you get like for a stone?
1 gram, for example, change it in the dollars, 15 per from Ethiopia. Then $100.
So it's
Easy or not for the grams, not change for the grams. This one for bottle. When I come back there, we take a food or whatever is.
Otherwise it's a waste of money, you don't, because you eat only the sauce.
After saying goodbye to Asma and getting back into the jeep, we continue toward the final destination of our journey, Erta Ale. The road stayed rough and the landscape changed quickly. In the distance, I could already see volcanoes rising on the horizon, and all around us the ground turned black with hardened lava. After a while, it became nothing but dark volcanic rock, broken only by patches of sand. This is what actually fascinates me about the Danakil depression. It shifts so quickly that every few minutes feel like stepping onto a different planet. Signs of volcanic activity are everywhere. And seeing all of this brings me back to the real reason I came to the Afar region in the first place. I turned to Leo, our guide, and asked him about the volcanoes here and what drives all this activity.
More than 10 times volcanic eruption happened in Ethiopia in this lifetime.
You probably remember the crack from the beginning. Now we are finally getting closer to what's behind that.
We are here.
In 2005, a major magmatic event struck the Danakil depression. The Dabahu volcano erupted, and within just 2 weeks the ground opened by up to 8 meters, along a 60-kilometer rift segment, as 2.5 cubic kilometers of magma pushed into the crust. At a normal extension rate of about 2 centimeters per year, this single event released the stress that would usually build up over 400 years. What normally takes centuries happened here in a matter of days. While I was editing this video, another major event struck the region. The High Ligubie volcano, also part of the Erta Ale range, erupted after 12,000 years for the first time. With an ash plume rising up to 14,000 meters, the ash drifted eastwards across Yemen, Oman and even into India, causing aviation disruptions for the whole region. Fortunately, no injuries or casualties were reported. These events are part of a volcanic and tectonic chain that stretches from the Red Sea deep into East Africa. This is the East African Rift System, a massive tectonic scar with around 78 active volcanoes, forming the northern end of the Great Rift Valley, a 6,500 kilometer long depression, so vast it's visible from space. It's one of the most active tectonic zones on Earth. For more than 20 million years, cracks, fissures and volcanoes across Eastern Africa, from Ethiopia down through Kenya and Tanzania, have been slowly but steadily splitting and shifting the ground. To understand what's happening, we have to look beneath our feet. Africa isn't one single tectonic plate. It's already splitting into two major pieces. To the west lies the Nubian plate, carrying most of the African continent. To the east lies the Somali plate, holding the Horn of Africa. These two plates are slowly drifting apart at roughly 6 to 7 millimeters per year. Both plates are also moving away from the Arabian plate to the north. Where these three plates diverge, they form a Y-shaped triple junction, and the Afar region, better said the Danakil depression, sits right on top of it. This triple junction is one of the most active tectonic zones on Earth, a place where continents reveal how they break piece by piece. To understand why they move, we have to go a layer deeper. Earth's outer shell, the lithosphere, is a thin, rigid skin of rock compared to the planet's size, often likened to the skin of an apple. It floats on the mantle, a much hotter layer of slowly flowing rock underneath. Heat rising from the Earth's core drives convection currents in this mantle. Hot material rises, spreads out beneath the lithosphere, cools and sinks again. These slow but powerful flows push and pull the plates above, driving continental drift. But why is the continent pulling apart at all? The force behind all this lies deep below the surface. In East Africa, many scientists think there's also a superheated mantle plume involved, a focused upwelling of extra hot mantle beneath Afar. This plume weakens and thins the lithosphere, helping it to stretch, crack and let magma rise to the surface, like in a volcano's Erta Ale. Recent studies show that this plume is pulsing over time and plays a key role in how and where the crust here breaks. We've seen what this process can lead to by looking just next door, the Red Sea. There, the rift between Africa and Arabia has already progressed from a continental valley to a young ocean basin. Today, Africa and Arabia are moving apart across the southern Red Sea at around 1 to 2.4 centimeters per year. Over millions of years, that rifting allowed seawater to flood in and form the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. And at that time, the Afar region and Danakil depression were submerged by the sea. The big question is whether something like that will eventually happen. It's still clear that the plates, the Somali and the Nubian plates, are separating by 6 to 7 millimeters per year. And modeling studies even show that if that continues to happen, a new basin will form. We're talking about millions of years here and not in a human timescale. But geologically, it's still possible that the continent will split on this part and will form actually two separate continents. And what's actually also really interesting is that in the 200 million years, the new formed continent might collide with the Indian plate. But right now, in Danakil depression, we are still far from splitting continent. But anyways, I think it's super fascinating that here is one of the few places on Earth where you and I can actually see this kind of rifting in action. The crust here is thin, stretched and broken by faults and fissures. You can see the hardened basaltic lava everywhere around us, and the heat from below is never far away, as we could see in Dallol already, and we'll see in Erta Ale.
So we just arrived at the other campsite. Here you can see the volcano. A little bit of smoke, but as said, there's no lava flowing. Let's see. It was like a 3.5 hours drive, and this is our camp for tonight with the 2 cars for a group. On the way it was like raining, but it's really, really special. And here we can see really nice, like how these huts are built. We also saw them on the way. With stones from the area, with sticks from bushes of the area, and then with all these like hay. And these are normally like the traditional buildings from the tribes, and that's how they build the whole house. Then maybe a plastic bag on top, or plastic sheets to cover against rain, and that's the whole magic. Just told you, it started to rain, and now it's raining again. Let me take that off. Don't need that anymore. So nice. It actually cools off really quick. Oh, that looks good.
Roasted chicken.
Roasted chicken?
Yes.
With potatoes?
Yeah.
Our cook, Desta, gave his best and somehow managed to serve up an amazing dinner in the middle of this volcanic wasteland. Afterwards, our local guide Arman is telling the story of Erta Ale.
We are right now northeastward from Ethiopia. The highest elevation of that volcano is 612 meters above sea level. And right now we are around 464 meters above sea level. 400 now. Yeah.
This basaltic shield volcano is home to one of the world's longest lived lava lakes, active since at least 1906. To put that in perspective, there are only 8 known lava lakes in the entire world.
And there are, like 2 poles found at that volcano. The craters, the north and the south. The north is not active in contrast with the south. The southern is very active in contrast.
Erta Ale's last major eruption began in 2017 and lasted until 2020, forcing a nearby village to be abandoned as the ongoing tectonic activity continues to tear this region apart.
Even, for this witness, we have had very extremely lava lake flowing down from the caldera, from the mountain we found, from the southern part. But right now, already everything landscape is already changed, I mean that all the mountains demolished. After extremely flowing down lava lake from the caldera, right now it's already formed very big pit. You will show it tomorrow morning after the day like I mean that after the sunrise.
And with that, we went to sleep. It's 5:30 and we're going up the mountain to the crater. Groups are also following us, but we are the earliest one. It's like a 200 meters rise of the crater. We're nearly there. I'm on the summit of Erta Ale. Unfortunately, you can't see any lava, but it's still amazing. It just keeps smoking, and so there's still activity ongoing, as you could see on the videos. But also all the fumes are really dense. But it's still really interesting to just see, and the mass of this crater, it's like huge, and 200 meter drop as well. Lately this part here collapsed. There were also like two small volcano tips as over there, and they collapsed like 3 to 4 months ago. And here you can see the hardened lava, and it's still collapsing here and there. Like over the last maybe 30 minutes, an hour, we heard collapsing stone here and there. And what's also really interesting is that you can actually see the crack that's forming from over there to over there, and there are volcanoes everywhere. There's a volcano there, then the Erta Ale, and over there are also two. Maybe I can record them as well later on. The stone is opening, and you can see that some steam is rising from there. It's actually
hot air is coming out. You can feel it. You can actually see how it looks. This wall, there's even plants growing here. It's moist, like the it's actually water, steam. You can feel it on the skin. So that's why this hillside is so green. More epilepsy. We stayed at the crater for about 2 hours and watched the sunrise. Seeing all that hardened lava shaped into rock like frozen roots in flowing water leaves me astonished and amazed at the same time. Walking next to the crater, hearing the ground crack and rumble beneath me, and witnessing the raw power of Erta Ale felt like seeing tectonic shift in real time. Once the sun was up and the heat intensified, we began our descent and prepared to leave the volcano. We formed a convoy and began our journey out of the Danakil depression, back through Afdera and onward to Mellesse. In the end, there's not much more to say, just a moment to wrap up the journey. Along the way, we met the Afar, resilient people shaped by heat, drought and shifting ground. In Dallol, we stood among boiling acid pools in an almost lifeless landscape. And in Erta Ale, we watched the sunrise over one of the last active lava lakes, a direct glimpse into a world where the earth is splitting apart. Experiencing it up close changed how I think about the planet and our place on it. I hope you found some valuable insights and learned something new along the way. It amazes me how a single online video can spark something like that. Thanks to the guys from Fern for publishing such an amazing content. I'm grateful to have the chance to do a trip like this, and I hope there are more adventures to come. And that's it. But in the end,
It was one of the most exhausting trips I've ever taken. The heat and lack of sleep brought me to my limits. But I also don't want to trade these memories for anything. I hope you enjoyed the journey. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.